Hey guys, my name is Sean.
And my name is Masay. Welcome to the Foreclosers YouTube channel, where we believe that sales is the gateway to wealth and there is no wealth without health. Let's dive into it. So Sean, tell the audience where you're from originally.
So I'm originally from England. I moved to the USA, Florida, in 2015 when I was 13. I do come from East London, and I loved it there. I didn't love the weather. I do like the heat, so I'm still here after 10 years.
So what was it like really growing up in the UK though? I mean, people always talk about like the roadman thing and this and that, but nobody I think really actually knows what it's like there.
So I never lived that lifestyle. I was never affiliated with any roadmen. I was a cool kid, did my homework,
I don't know what
but
people are.
I loved I loved it over there. The community is great. It's got a whole bunch of culture and great food. So I miss it, but I do prefer it in the USA now.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is the weather better here? I heard
Oh
the
yeah.
weather. I heard the weather in the UK. It's garbage.
It's gray. It's gray and rainy. I mean, it gets sometimes hot, but I prefer it here. There's a lot more opportunity in the USA as well. That's really why I'm here. So.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And that's what we're all about here. Definitely opportunity. Definitely opportunity.
Okay, Marseille, where are you from?
I'm from Jamaica originally, born and raised. I've been in the States now for 10 years. It's been a decade already. I can't believe it. I'm from Kingston, Jamaica. I still got some family there, but mainly my sister and my dad are here with me. But yeah, I love it. I love it here in Florida. Honestly, I wouldn't have been where I'm at right now without being here. I've been doing sales now for the last 5 years, and this has completely changed my life. Which is exactly why we felt the need to start this channel, was because I want to bring more awareness to sales, and I'm in car sales specifically. So I mean, I have a lot of experience with car sales, and I think that I can bring a lot of knowledge to people, especially about the processes about sales and how to actually become a profitable salesman, and even just like the lifestyle cues that I've developed over time to become, I think, the best salesman I can be.
So let me ask you this: how do you think sales has helped you personally?
Sales changed my life. Seriously, sales changed my life. A year ago, I was broke, living with my dad, single, had nothing going on. A year later, I made the most money I've ever made in the car business. I moved out, I got my own place, and I actually just proposed to my fiance now, and we had a baby. So life has changed for me immensely in the last year, and it kind of pushed me to want to just tell people about this, because that I don't think this could have happened with any other field outside of the sales industry in general. Honestly, I don't think so.
And I haven't been in sales for a whole bunch of time. I've been at Subaru for 8 months now. Um, it's helped me a whole bunch. It's helped me develop confidence, be able to speak and communicate more effectively. So I can also attest to sales being life changing. Um,
Yeah, how long you been in it for now?
8 months.
8 months already. I just recruited this guy.
Yeah. I was working for FedEx before. I jumped around a whole bunch of jobs, but FedEx was my most previous job, and I hated it. You get paid decently, but for the amount of labor, you can get paid so much better in sales, especially car sales. So I just took the leap.
Yeah, and trust me, Sean was not the guy that you would chalk up to be a salesman. I mean,
No,
he was shy.
no.
He wasn't very outgoing. Not to rag on you, but like he wasn't the most confident guy out there.
Yeah.
But I think that becoming a salesman is definitely created. It's a skill that you can hone. And since Sean has joined the car business, he's definitely crawled out of his shell a lot. He's become a lot more confident, and he's become a lot more outgoing as a person in general, which I think that is that's a super important skill to have, because you can't go through life being, you know, shy and tucked away in a shell and scared to talk to people. Like, that's not healthy in general. Humans, we need social interaction. Like, we're human. So I think that this is definitely the way to become a better version of yourself in general.
And although it does have the plus sides, you do have to work on yourself, not just because you're in the business, but you have to actually put in the time and effort, study yourself, and actually learn your weaknesses and what you're actually good at so you can develop as a person. It's not going to come just because you're in the dealership. It's going to come through time and through actually analyzing who you are.
Absolutely. We don't want to give away all the gems right now. This is the introduction video. So we're just right now focusing on introducing ourselves for the most part. We do plan to dive into more in-depth, a more in-depth version of this where we discuss, everything about sales and how we think that you can improve yourself as a salesperson as well. But for now, I do think that, I do want to follow through with introducing myself properly and getting you guys to know us the right way, because this is something that we're serious about. We've been talking about this for years now. We've been doing YouTube on and off since we were like 16 years old.
Yeah,
first
started driving.
Yeah, literally. The guy was tearing down his dad's fence with trucks and stuff. It's crazy. Let's not even go there. Let's not even go there. But yeah, I definitely think that this is something that makes a lot of sense for a lot of people. So, Sean, when did you start getting the obsession for money, you think?
I think I've always had the obsession, but I've not had the drive and the determination to get until I got into sales. Once I saw how much money you can make without doing anything illegal, that's when I realized, okay, I need to focus. There's money to be made, and someone's going to make the money. So
absolutely. And you mentioned a really, really big point there just now, too, about being illegal, because there is a lot of things out there that you could do that can make a lot of money that is not legal. And I think a lot of people end up in those fields, like, in the narcotics industry or just in anything that is illegal because it's easy money. And sales is the closest thing you can get to that. It's not a 9 to 5 job. It's the closest thing that you can have to running your own business, essentially. Put it that way. Definitely the closest thing you can have to running your own business. And it is 100% up to you to be successful in sales. In a dealership, they provide you with the inventory, you have the car, they provide you with the clients, so you have the client base that you can, you can talk to, you can funnel, you can contact them and follow up with your customers over time to build a big client base, to where there's some salespeople that don't even have to take ups. So they call it in the car business, which is just standing on the point, waiting for a fresh body to pull up. So there's some people that have built their client base so far that they have gotten to that point. I'm not at that point yet. I've been doing this for a while and I've been doing good, but I made a mistake of not staying at the same dealership for long enough, which definitely I think I learned my lesson now. I won't be making that mistake again. But that is key. That's crucial. That's when you can come to work. You work from 8 to 5 o'clock and you make $30,000 a month. That is how you do that. Sell 30 cars, make 20 to 30 grand. That's how you do that. It's by having a client base. So I think that's one of the most important parts as well. Absolutely.
And touching upon that, Marseille did say you have a lot of freedom. It's how you choose to take that freedom. Because you have so much freedom, you can slack off. You can leave work early. You can take lunch. They're not going to force you to be there. But if you want to make money, then you're going to have to stay late hours, maybe come in early. You have to put in the work, the time, the effort, have a routine, which we're going to talk about more on this channel, building a routine. It's more into it than just having a free job. You have to work and you have to make sure you're going to make the most out of the time, since there's only a certain amount of hours in the day, and if you don't take all those hours as you should, then it's just going to be wasted.
Absolutely. And just to touch on that a little bit as well, we are by no means where we want to be right now. I don't want to lead you guys on to thinking that we are just number one salespeople making the most money making the most money in the business. We're not doing that. Like, I'm not Andy Elliott. I try my best. I want to be like him. I emulate Andy Elliott all the time. I figured it's a good time to mention him because I'm always studying his stuff, and he's been kind of like a sight unseen mentor for me. I actually met him but he's been a mentor for me for a lot of years in the car business now, and I've looked up to him, and I think I have learned how to emulate his energy in a sense, in terms of just exuding confidence and becoming the best version of myself. But for instance, our YouTube or the intro clip where it shows the high life, Lamborghinis and yachts and this and that,
Luxury.
jets, watches, luxury watches, all of these things. It's the life that we want to live. Like we are emulating these things so that we can get there someday. That's where we're starting now. We're focusing on becoming the best salespeople that we could possibly be, which I think this channel is going to help us as well, because the plan is to discuss ourselves as well, discuss how we can improve, and hopefully you guys can share some tips with us also as to how we can improve as salespeople. But that is definitely our goal, is to become the best salespeople we could possibly be, to make some money, and also hopefully build a client base here as well, to where we can start making some money using YouTube also. That's the goal for us, is we want to become what we envision in our introduction video, for sure.
We're definitely going to show you the journey, not just the end result.
Exactly.
So a lot of people, they see the end result. You're going to see us develop as people. You're going to see, hopefully, us get to the luxury lifestyle that we are aiming towards, using the rules we are applying and we're giving you guys. We're going to be sticking to a routine. You can follow with us. You don't have to, but we're going to promote it because it's all we believe in. And so far, it's been working.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a good way to put it, for sure. For sure. Well, let's move on. So, Sean, you jumped from a lot of jobs, right? You didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't go to college either.
Nope. No college. Barely even passed high school. Barely graduated, because for me, I understand that education is important, but I am someone that can take initiative and can educate themselves. I don't do good under that pressure. So for me, I see sales as a way to develop myself without having to go into a classroom, being confined. I think I get anxiety being in a classroom, so it's just not for me. But it is important. It is important to have education.
Absolutely.
Whether you get it through schooling, which some people enjoy, or getting it through even YouTube.
Yeah. 100%. I always refer to classroom as like a jail cell, though.
Yeah.
School always reminded me of like the prison system for some reason. I don't know what it was. Maybe the fact that we all ride on buses. or jail to a classroom for hours on end that we don't want to be in.
Hourly routine of what we're doing.
You meet up on the courtyard, for lunchtime.
Literally for the courtyard. Yeah. Sure.
It's crazy, man. Yeah, I never had a big knack for college either, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't think me and Sean even applied to a college together.
I did not. I
don't think we applied to any colleges. I definitely did not. It was never in the books for me. My family wanted me to go to school, especially coming from Jamaica. Coming to the US, like, you are now the person that's carrying the burden, like carrying your family on your back. They're looking up to you to be the person that is going to create generational wealth. And if you're going to school is going to do that, they think that's the best route.
And it's the safest route.
It is the safest route.
That's why people promote it. But one thing that we have taken is risk. In sales, you can make no money. So it's a risk you're going to be taking, and it's a risk that is worth it, in all honesty.
Yeah, and if you're not making money doing sales, you shouldn't be selling anything.
Yeah, you have to take the hint. If you're not making money and you're not...
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say take the hint and quit. I would say if you're not making money, you need to be doing something to get better. Read books.
Yeah.
Yeah. Focus on yourself. Take time to reflect on your clients that you ran through. Don't just build a routine. Exactly. Like, if there's one gem I'll leave you with now before we move on to deeper things, is be robotic with your process. You need to be robotic with your process. You should be doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. You should know exactly what you're going to do next, what step you're going to take next with all of your clients. Even if they take you off track, you should know how to come back to square one and get them back on track to how you want them to. Because at the end of the day, you are guiding them into the sale. Your job is to get them from point A to point B, which point A is they walk in on the lot and look at a car and you up them and you talk to them. Point B could be you closing them for a deal that's a $5,000 profitable deal that puts $1,000 in your pocket. That's the goal of car sales.
Yeah.
That's the goal of car sales, is to become that person, is to close a deal.
One thing Marseille told me before I even started car sales, take every customer as an opportunity. One person can pay your bills in car sales. There's no limit to how much money you can make in this business, and that's what's so beautiful and what we love about it.
And before anybody thinks that, looks at us like we're criminals and we're robbing people,
No.
That is not what this is about. People are not going to pay you profit unless you give them the right experience.
Exactly.
All right? Profit is not a bad word. Profit is definitely not a bad word. But I will say, if you're just taking money from people, you're taking profit, and you are not giving somebody the utmost respect and the best sales experience you could possibly give them, then yeah, you're shortchanging people. You're definitely shortchanging people. But if, just like you go to dinner, right? You have a nice dinner with your wife and your family, and you have a waiter that just does an amazing job, and they listen to you, they got your food to you quickly, they got your drinks right, everything was perfect, right? You're probably gonna tip them pretty well, unless you're cheap. But you're probably gonna tip them very well, which is just like that. It's the same mentality that I have with this business. Is if I give somebody the right experience, there is no reason why I can't ask you for a nice tip. Let's put it that way. There's no reason why I can't.
And when you give them a nice experience, for you, Marseille, do you believe in what you're saying and in the product?
100%.
Is that going to be a big factor into
100%? You have to believe in what you're selling. Mm-hmm. You have to. Absolutely, you have to believe in what you're selling. If you don't believe in the product you're selling, it's going to be difficult to sell it. Yeah. It is. But you that's the step one, is you have to believe. Believe in yourself, believe in the product, and be confident. That is 100% the best thing that you can do for yourself.
Yeah. If you are shaky, showing people numbers on a vehicle, that energy reciprocates to them. They're going to feel that energy, and they're going to feel like they are uncertain. Maybe that's not the best decision. If you're confident, you give them all information, you made them feel like they're making the right decision, and you're guiding them through the process, they're going to feel comfortable enough to do business with you.
Absolutely. So, Sean, you've been in the business for 8 months now. What did you do before this?
I had a whole bunch.
Aside from the jobs, we can go on and on. Everybody's gone through multiple jobs. I've been through probably 10 of them.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
But, what did you do outside of work, though?
Outside of work, my passion was the gym. Being a fitness trainer, guiding people to becoming a healthier version of themselves. So in 2020, I did develop a passion for fitness. I got into bodybuilding, so I started having a regimen, a strict diet, going to the gym 5 days a week, just obsessed with the whole gym, and then started working on a business because it was my passion. And I thought, why not make this profitable, since I'm going to be doing this myself? I could help people. I understand what's going on with my body. Maybe I can make someone else feel as confident I feel. Was that what it was for you? Was it a self-esteem thing? I think so. Yeah. The gym definitely helped me gain confidence. Because in high school, I was a completely different person. I was looking down. I was skinny. I didn't feel comfortable in my own body. I didn't feel comfortable to talk to people, which is crazy because I'm in sales now. I'm talking to people, making eye contact, which I could never do before. So I would say the mixture of me developing my health, feeling confident, and being able to talk.
And let me just clap it up for that right now, because I'm so proud of this guy. Seriously, man. Trust me, this has been a long way coming. I've been trying to convince this guy to come to car sales forever, and he finally decided to bite the bullet and join the dark side, as I like to call it.
Literally 5 years ago, when you started Toyota, you were like, "Bro, this is the way. Let's go." And I was like, "I can't talk to people." No, man, it took 5 years.
You know what though? I'm happy you didn't come on then, because in that moment I was 18 years old, fresh in the car business. You know, I wasn't making anything crazy. I was probably making like $6,000 a month, but that was insane to me. You know, you got to think.
Yeah.
I went from stealing out of grocery stores to feed myself. I stole Christmas gifts for this guy. You know what I mean? And he knew I did.
Yeah.
Like I slept on air mattresses with my family. You know what I mean? It has not been easy for me. So fresh out of high school, go straight into car sales, immediately into car sales. $6,000 a month. I buy my first car. It was a brand new Toyota Camry XSE. I was feeling like I was him for sure. I definitely, you know, at 18 years old, driving like a car like that, man, you couldn't talk to me at all. And I think I got lost in the sauce, is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I got lost in the sauce, man. I got cocky. I got, you know, overly into my own head. And then the problem with that is I couldn't take the bad times with the good. Like, it was great, but then when it's bad, you have to be able to roll with the punches and adjust accordingly. And I couldn't do that. So I got fired from my first dealership, went to another dealership, thought it was going to be sunshines and roses, and it didn't work out that way.
Why did you think that? Why did you think it was going to be sunshine and roses going to different dealerships? Did you actually analyze how you were acting in your first dealership? And did you realize...
not really. Just being uneducated, honestly. Yeah. Just being uneducated. At that first dealership I was at, I had a really great mentor that taught me how to sell a car, and he really, really put a lot of effort into me, and I was a sponge. So I just sucked up all the word track that he could provide me, and I became good. I could close my own deals. You know, I wasn't like a scrub by any means, but when I went to the other dealership, it just was not as much traffic. I went from moving 300 units, right? That's what a dealership was doing, like 300 plus cars a month, to a store that was doing less than 100 at times. It was insane. And I did not know how to respond to that. At a store like that, you have to grind. You have to bang the phones. You gotta be, you know, a cold call ninja. You have to know what you're doing. You gotta be a phone warrior, get people in the door, and when you get them, you gotta close a deal. And that is not easy to do all the time. It's not. And if you're inexperienced, you can easily get lost in that. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm here for. That's what we're here for. We want to make this an experience that everybody can look into and say, you know what? I saw these guys doing it, and this guy wasn't the most confident, and this guy was a brokey. Why can't I do it too?
And we're still by no means where we want to be.
Yeah, so
we're still developing
not.
Ourselves, but we've developed so many times and so much that we feel like we can document this and show that it's possible for anyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you want something to happen and you're going to grind, best believe it's going to happen. Guys, we appreciate you for making this far into the video. This is an introduction to what the Forecloser brand is about.
Absolutely. And I want to say thank you so much again. Please like, share, and subscribe to follow us along this journey to becoming the best version of ourselves. Hopefully we can inspire some of you to become the best version of yourself as well. And please comment below what you'd like to see in the future from us in terms of videos, maybe just ideas in general. And please give us any advice that you would have wished another salesperson would have given you in the past as well. Thank you again.